Why truckers prefer these 5 cheap synthetic oils over premium brands.
In today's video, you will find out why so many American truckers walked away from the most expensive oil brands. They switched to cheaper options that protect the engine exactly the same way.
And we are not talking about questionable quality oil. We are talking about synthetic oils with the same certifications as the premium brands. Here is a truth the industry doesn't like to admit. Many brands use the fame of the name to charge a lot more. The experienced trucker knows this. He has been through used oil analyses. He has run millions of miles, and he learned that a high price does not mean superior protection. If you drive a truck, own a diesel pickup, or simply want to understand how to save without risking the engine, this video is for you. We will show 5 brands that truckers actually use, each one tested on the road in real fleets by drivers who depend on the engine to make a living. Before we start, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. That helps the channel grow a lot. Let's get to the list.
Let's start with the most underrated brand of all. SuperTech is Walmart's house brand. For a long time, SuperTech only existed in a conventional version. But now, Walmart sells a full synthetic 15W40 version for diesel engines. The oil is manufactured by Warren Oil Company. That's the same company that produces oils for other big brands. The diesel version of SuperTech carries API CK4 and SN certification. That means it meets the most current standard for heavy-duty diesel engines. The surprising detail is in the additives. Virgin oil analyses done on specialized forums showed that SuperTech Full Synthetic has a very strong additive package. The tests indicate it uses additives from Infinium, one of the largest additive suppliers in the world. In one analysis database, it ranked second among 40 diesel oils tested. The price is the big draw, around $16 to $17 per gallon. That's much cheaper than any premium brand. Truckers and farmers reported using SuperTech in Cummins, Powerstroke, and Duramax engines with no problems. One user documented over 300,000 miles on a Ford F-250 using SuperTech.
The only recommendation is to follow the change interval. SuperTech works well for changes between 7,000 and 8,000 miles. If the engine requires a specific manufacturer's certification, like Chrysler's MS12991, check the manual first. For most diesel engines, SuperTech delivers what it promises. One trucker summed it up well on the forums. He ran SuperTech diesel at $11 a gallon and said the oil was just as good as Dello. His truck passed 700,000 miles. The logic is straightforward. A lab analysis has no emotion. It just shows the numbers, and the numbers for SuperTech are solid.
The fourth brand is practically unknown to the general public, but among truckers and farmers, Mystic JT8 has had a solid reputation for decades. Many people have never seen this brand in a TV commercial, and that's exactly why it costs less. Mystic JT8 is a Chevron brand, the same Chevron that makes the famous Dello 400. The JT8 is available in a semi-synthetic 15W40 version. It carries all the certifications needed for modern diesel engines. The viscosity index is close to Shell Rotella T6, which is a premium oil that costs a lot more. The JT8 is popular at farm stores like Farm and Fleet in rural King. Truckers report prices around $6 to $7 per gallon when there is a sale and a rebate. That's a bargain for a heavy-duty motor oil. The reliability of JT8 comes from real use. Companies with entire fleets of dump trucks, backhoes, and tractors have used Mystic for over 15 years. One trucker reported running JT8 in a 2019 Peterbilt with 160,000 miles with no problems at all. Another driver switched years of mobile Delvac use for Mystic and never went back. The JT8 shines in agricultural use and in mixed fleets. It works well in trucks, tractors, and even construction equipment. If you have a farm store near your home, it's worth checking the price of Mystic.
The third brand on the list might come as a surprise. Mobil Delvac is not exactly unknown, but the point here is different. The Delvac 1300 is proof that you don't need Mobil's most expensive oil to protect the engine. Mobil has the Delvac 1, which is the premium full synthetic oil of the line. It costs a lot, but the Delvac 1300 Super is a synthetic blend that costs a fraction of the price. And guess what? It's one of the best-selling diesel oils in the entire world. The Delvac 1300 Super 15W40 carries API CK4 certification. It has approval from major manufacturers like Cummins, Detroit Diesel, Volvo, and Mack. This oil is so respected that Caterpillar itself sells an equivalent oil under its own brand. The road history of Delvac is impressive. Truckers report engines with over 1.5 million miles using Delvac 1300 with no rebuild. One driver ran a Detroit Series 60 for 150,000 miles with 15,000-mile changes and described the performance as flawless. The price varies quite a bit. In a single gallon at Walmart, it runs around $15. In larger packaging or on sale, truckers have bought it for $8 to $9 per gallon. It's available at practically every truck stop and farm store in the United States. Availability is a real advantage on the road. The second brand has a title no other can claim. Chevron Delo 400 was the first oil officially documented taking a heavy-duty engine past 1 million miles before the first rebuild. That's not marketing. It's a historical record in the trucking industry. The Delo 400 is available in several versions. There is the conventional Delo 400 SDE, there is the Delo 400 XLE in synthetic blend, and there are synthetic versions for those seeking more protection. All meet the current API CK4 certification. Some versions are multi-fleet, meaning they work for both diesel and gasoline engines. The Delo 400 has a low pour point, around -38 degrees Celsius. That helps with cold weather starts. Truckers who run in the northern United States and Canada value this characteristic. The oil flows fast, even on freezing mornings. The reputation of the Delo 400 is built on decades of real use. One trucker reported a Cummins N14 engine with nearly 1,200,000 miles using Delo. Entire trucking fleets ran their $50,000 machines on Delo 400 for hundreds of thousands of miles between rebuilds. The price of Delo 400 is competitive. At truck stops and stores like Tractor Supply, it usually costs less than the most hyped premium brands. You are paying for proven performance, not for advertising. For many truckers, the Delo 400 is the perfect balance between price and trust. The number one brand on the list is Motorcraft, and here is the best-kept secret. Motorcraft is Ford's own parts and fluids brand. Many people think it's only for Ford cars, but Motorcraft diesel oil is one of the best options for the price on the market. The Motorcraft 15W40 meets heavy-duty diesel engine certifications. Among enthusiasts who follow oil analyses, it's considered one of the best choices in the affordable price range. The formulation is solid and the additive crackage is balanced. The big advantage of Motorcraft is the combination with the filter. Ford often runs deals pairing Motorcraft oil and the Motorcraft FL2016 filter for a very low price. Truckers who run Power Stroke engines report doing a complete change with 14 quarts of oil and a new filter for about $60. Motorcraft doesn't spend fortunes on oil advertising. The name is known because of Ford, not because of an oil commercial. That keeps the price low. You are buying a product of serious automotive engineering without paying for the marketing. The Motorcraft diesel works very well in Power Stroke engines, which are extremely common on American roads. But it also works for other diesel engines that accept the CK4 specification. For the trucker who wants simplicity, low price, and proven quality, Motorcraft is a smart choice.
Now I'll explain what ties all these brands together. There's an industry standard called API CK4. That's the current standard for heavy-duty diesel motor oils. When an oil carries the CK4 seal, it passed the same rigorous tests, no matter the brand. Experienced truckers repeat a phrase on the forums: CK4 is CK4 no matter who makes it. Used oil analyses have confirmed this for years. The wear metals in a certified cheap oil sit at the same levels as a premium oil. The real difference only shows up in extreme cases, like very long change intervals. The trucker's golden rule is simple. A cheaper certified oil changed at the correct interval with a good filter protects the engine just as much as the most expensive oil. What destroys an engine is not the oil brand, it's the lack of maintenance and oil that is too old. There is one more detail few people mention. The oil filter matters as much as the oil. Experienced truckers recommend quality filters like Fleetguard, Baldwin, or Wix. A good filter with a cheap certified oil is a better combination than an expensive oil with a bad filter. Many drivers change the oil at the full interval, but change the filter halfway through. That keeps the oil cleaner for longer. It's worth remembering one point about extended drains. People who run very long intervals, above 15,000 miles, should do a used oil analysis from time to time. The test costs little and shows exactly how the oil is behaving in your engine. It's the safest way to validate any oil, expensive or cheap. Now, before you buy, look at a few points. First, check the recommended viscosity in the manual. Most heavy-duty diesel engines use 15W40. In very cold climates, the 5W40 offers easier starts. There is also the FA4 standard in 10W30, only for on-highway engines made from 2017 onward. The FA4 does not work for older engines. Second, check whether the engine requires a specific manufacturer approval. Cummins, Detroit, Volvo, and Mack have their own specifications. Most CK4 oils already meet these requirements, but it's worth checking the label. Third, consider your change interval. People who change within the recommended range can use any CK4 oil safely. People who stretch the interval a lot can benefit from a premium full synthetic oil. But for most truckers, changing on time with cheap oil wins. The 5 brands you saw today are legitimate options for American truckers: SuperTech Full Synthetic, Mystic JT8, Mobil Delvac 1300, Chevron Delo 400, and Motorcraft Diesel, all with CK4 certification, all used in real fleets, all with prices well below the most expensive premium brands. The choice between them depends on where you shop and what you drive. If you go to Walmart, SuperTech or Delvac. If you have a farm store nearby, Mystic JT8. If you want the oil of the million-mile legend, Delo 400. If you run a Power Stroke, Motorcraft with the filter combo. The important thing is to understand one thing. The truckers who run millions of miles do not choose oil by the famous brand. They choose by the certification, by the fair price, and by the correct maintenance. You can do exactly the same. If this video helped you, hit the like button, comment which oil you use in your truck or your pickup, and subscribe to the channel for more straight and no-nonsense content on diesel engine maintenance. See you in the next video.